Hey everyone, I finally received my Singe Beauty palette. This is the new Paisley Hoot beauty palette from Angelica. Now, if you know her, she has her own beauty line called Singe, and I honestly didn't know a lot about her until I ran into her on YouTube, and ever since I found out about her, I've been addicted to her. And when I found out she had makeup, I was like, girl, shine me up. Now, I only have this palette, but after further review and creating this eye look, I know I'm gonna purchase the Galactic palette and her other green palette. I believe it's called Agate. I forget how to pronounce it, but I'm letting you guys know that this palette is worth the buy. Off of the swatches that I will be inserting in here for you guys, I'm shocked. This is what it looks like, and then once you open it, you will receive a large mirror. I'm not trying to blind you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I already did some swatches, and I'm letting you guys know that the quality of the shimmers, the metallics, the topper, the mattes, it's unbelievable, and you're only going to pay a fraction of the price for what this palette is really worth. I personally love it. When I saw this palette combination, it's supposed to be like very fall neutrals for the girlies that love color, and this is like up my alley. The greens, the oranges, the mustard yellow. This was inspired by the 70s, and I will be creating more looks similar to the 70s vibes, just so that you guys can see that this palette is very versatile. Like I said, I am impressed. And if you guys are interested in how I created this look, make sure you guys keep on watching, and make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. For this look, we are going to go in with the velvet shade. This is like the perfect mustard yellow color. I'm just going to take that all on the lid, and then we're gonna buff into the skin. I truly love this formula. This is my first Singe Beauty palette, and I will say that it definitely meets the expectations and it exceeds them. That's how great this palette is. Tell that everything blends out really smoothly. I've honestly haven't had a good quality palette like this in a while. Go into the platform shade. I'm just gonna tap it on the edges. We're gonna go for like a halo glowy eye effect, just because that's like my favorite type of look to recreate. And then, so you guys know, these do have a little bit of fallout, but honestly it doesn't bug me one bit. I just want to be able to create with very pigmented blendable shades, and that's all that matters to me. I'm gonna zoom in a little closer so you guys can see the work. And then we're gonna actually dip into Paisley just so that I can deepen that green. And then I'm just gonna take it into the corners ever slightly. And then we're just gonna pack that product in. And then this is just gonna create a little bit more of dimension to the eye look. These pack on the eye really beautifully. Okay. And then I'm gonna kind of leave it a little bit of unblended, and then we're gonna go back in with our mustard wheat shade, and then I'm gonna kind of place that over the top just to ensure that all the colors are being blended smoothly. I'm gonna take Chevron, place it in the center. That's a beautiful shade. Gorgeous, gorgeous shimmer. Funky is like an iridescent shimmer. It looks gorgeous. It's like pulling orange pink, and I just think this in the center of the lid would just look, on the side of my eye, would look gorgeous. So I'm basically carving the eye just a little bit, but not too much. I'm adding another pop of color. Like velvet all over the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of the same colors to the bottom lash just to give the same halo eye effect. The shade is so gorgeous. It's honestly my favorite shade. But I keep saying that about all the shades. When I was swatching, I kept thinking that in my head. Like, that's how you know I really, really like a color palette. I was like, this was my favorite one. And then I was like, no, this was my favorite. And I was like, girl, make up your mind. We're going in with a little bit of platforms and Paisley. Deepening up the edges. And then we're going to take a little bit of that chevron and add it to the center of the lower lash lid. I just feel like this is going to draw the eye look together. It's giving that very wet, grungy look that I love personally. And then I'm going to go ahead and tightline, and then I'll be right back. So I just did finish the eye, and as you can see, it gave like a halo green eye effect, but then I had a shimmer to the edge. And honestly, I'm in love with this look. I just look like it's very wet. This is like a very neutral fall color for me. I love this palette.